Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel with myself, Isabella. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm really happy you're here. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out more than you know, and it really helps people find the channel and enjoy my content, which hopefully you all are. So I thought we'd do quite a fun video today, and this video is all about things that ballerinas shouldn't do. Some of the things I'm mentioning are obviously more serious than others, and some of these things I've definitely done myself and I don't recommend. And so yeah, let's dive straight in. Things ballerinas shouldn't do. Ballerinas shouldn't cut their toenails round. Let me explain. So obviously, when we're wearing pointe shoes all the time, we have to keep our toes and our toenails really healthy. When you cut your toenails round, this really leads to ingrown toenails. And I've had 2 ingrown toenails. It's most often the big toe because it's the one that has, the most pressure. And if you cut your toenails round, then the nails grow downwards. They grow in because the edge is curved, so it grows down. Whereas if it's square, then it just grows straight. And some people have toenails that are naturally more curved than others, and those people in particular need to be really careful. So I've had the operation to remove your ingrown toenails. Glamorous! But I had to have it done twice. And if you're on the fence about doing this operation, it's so painless. I actually am such a wimp. I put myself under anaesthetic. Not myself. But I chose the option to go under anaesthetic because I didn't want to have the injection go in my toe, because obviously you get the numbing injection going in your big toe, and obviously your big toe is where your nerve endings are. So that's the painful bit, is getting that done. When it was done, it was like the biggest relief. Obviously there's a wound there that needs to heal, but the actual relief of your toenail not being ingrown anymore is like a big relief and makes a huge difference. So number 1, make sure you cut your toenails square, straight across. And if you do have ingrown toenails, oh my gosh, get it done. Get it done. Don't sleep in a ballet bun. So this is one I used to do, full disclaimer, when I was younger. So when I first started doing my hair in a bun, obviously there's a bit of pressure. You're like, will I be able to do it in time? You wake up really early to go to school and you think, will there be enough time to do it? I would do my hair the night before with my friend, because we often did a lot of sleepovers. So I'd do it the night before, and what happened was, we'd do our hair and spray it and slick it back and everything, so it would look amazing before we went to bed. But then obviously we'd sleep in it and then wake up and it would be a little bit messy but still pretty slick, and then we'd just give it a bit of a spray and off we go. Obviously that's really not good for your hair or your scalp or anything, so don't do that. And obviously the older we got and the more we did our own hair, we got used to it. But obviously I would not advise you do that at all. I would say practice and make sure you do your hair in the morning like a normal person. Don't cut a lot of your hair off when you do your bun badly. This leads into the previous point. I think I'm going to shock some of you now. This is where some slight insanity comes in, because obviously I messed up my hair at one point when I was starting to do my ballet bun, and I was really proud of myself. I did it in the morning this time. I did it in the morning and I was doing it, and then I was like, I've done it. This is amazing. And then I go to check the back with the hair, with the mirror, and I go, oh God. And I left out a chunk of hair. So all this part of my head was there was this much hair maybe left out, and I had long hair at the time, so there's loads of hair left out from the bottom. So what do? I look at the time and I think, well, there's no time to do my hair again. There's absolutely no time, and I've done it really well. I mean, yeah, I've left out quite a lot of hair, but I've done it quite well. So I just cut it off. I am absolutely insane. Initially, I didn't tell my mum or anything. I just cut it off, and initially it looked fine, but obviously that doesn't work long term, especially when your hair starts to grow back and it's too short to actually clip up. So there was a period where I had these tufts sticking out at the back like that because I couldn't actually tie it back. Don't do that too much, okay? It's not so good. It's not so good. Don't wear your ballet gear under your jeans. So I think this is a really common one with young dancers, with, you know, little students. They like to wear their ballet gear under their jeans, which I am also guilty of doing. I mean, it's easy, isn't it? You put your stuff on, you put your jeans over the top, and then you go. And it's not a bad thing, but I also think it feels so much better when you start to separate the two. And I understand, because I used to do this and I used to think I waste less time, I have more time to warm up, and I take myself more seriously if I wear the tights underneath my jeans. Like, I'm obviously more serious about it because I'm ready to go. But actually it's really nice, and it's a really nice feeling when you sort of let that go and you allow yourself to have a normal existence as well. So it's like, you know, leave yourself 5 extra minutes to actually put your gear on, especially when you start training more and also start performing. Like, no way do you want to actually wear your ballet stuff unless you absolutely have to. I encourage you all to drop that a little bit, let it go, wear your nice normal outfit, enjoy that period where, and it's not long, when you're wearing your nice normal outfit and the feeling of your skin being able to breathe a little bit. Then when you get there, put the ballet stuff on, then warm up, then definitely take it off, mainly towards younger students, but I think some adults do this too. A lot of you, you know, then put your stuff back on over the top, which really isn't good for your skin. And I think you need to, once again, get it off, put your normal clothes on, and allocate time towards wearing the ballet stuff, and then take it off and wear your normal stuff again, and allow your body to breathe. Ballet dancers shouldn't necessarily ice skate and break their tailbone. So I'm guilty of this as well. I definitely slightly injured my tailbone. I think this is common. But basically I was ice skating. I'm not totally opposed to ice skating. I think if you can do it, go for it. Obviously there's a risk involved, and when ballet is your priority, the last thing you want to do is injure yourself. And so it's a really good idea to take that into consideration and look after yourself. A couple of times when I went ice skating with a friend, fell and like completely hurt my tailbone, so much so that I couldn't lift my legs at all. I'm not going to injure myself unless, you know, it accidentally happens within the ballet. I'm not going to injure myself outside of ballet. That would be even more annoying. So it could be ice skating, it could be roller skating, anything where there's heavy risk. I would be wary of doing it, especially around important times of year when you need to be match fit. Ballet dancers shouldn't do class not warmed up, and they shouldn't do class just arriving and off you go. A lot of you guys do this. I think most of my followers probably are more inclined to warm up, but a lot of dancers, and I've witnessed a lot of dancers just turning up and going for it, and I'm like, wow. First of all, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that your body can even handle that. But second of all, that's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy long term. And when your body starts to get a little bit older or starts to deal with other things, like maybe you've been injured, and it's really important to take into consideration a proper warm-up. It sets you up for a really good class, a really good rehearsal, and I would always feel so much better in my body if I would start class like a little bit sweaty, because all my muscles are really, really warm, and I'd make sure I targeted every area so that I was engaged with my turnout, engaged with my core, my hamstrings, I was flexible enough to lift my legs, there was no strain, etc. So that's a really important one. So make sure you try to warm up before class, definitely. I've lost count now, but ballet dancers shouldn't drink too much coffee. Now, there's so much information out there about coffee. If you're young and watching this, like, you know, a teenager, then probably you don't drink too much coffee, and I hope you don't, because it's quite an addictive drink, and also, you know, does definitely increase your heart rate a little bit. I only started drinking coffee when I was much older, in my 20s. I never drank it before at school. I always had like orange juice or isotonic drinks and tea. I never really had coffee, because it does make you like, does raise your blood pressure and make you dehydrated as well. And obviously when you're dehydrated, that's not good for ballet. But a lot of ballet dancers drink coffee. Don't do it too much, otherwise you'll be anxious, you'll be on edge. When you're dancing, your stamina will feel out of control. You'll be so out of breath because your heart's going much, much faster, and you'll also be required to drink more water. So in moderation. Everyone's different. Some people have super weak coffee with lots of, be it nut milk or normal milk, whatever your preference, but some people do like a strong coffee. I'm someone who likes a really, really strong coffee, but I don't need too much of it. So maximum I'd have 2 a day, but that's already like quite a lot. So I'm trying to cut down actually because I'm definitely turned into a caffeine addict, especially as you get, you know, the demands of this sort of century and day and age we're in. The demands are high of what we have to do every day. The day is not long enough. So coffee really does help with that. I'm not saying coffee is completely bad. I love coffee. I just love the smell. I love the way it makes me feel in the morning. I feel a nice dopamine kick, but I am slightly reliant on it. So that's the danger there. Have coffee, but not too much. And if you don't have coffee at all, great. I would say be wary of even starting because it is addictive once you get used to it. Ballet dancers shouldn't go straight to bed after a show. Most of the time this won't happen anyway because you're so heightened with your adrenaline and things like that. You're so up because of the show. In terms of your body, I think it's really important you don't go straight to bed because you'll wake up just feeling completely seized and need to do something about that. And it'll be harder to recover. So make sure when you go home after the show and you're about to go to bed, I would do a nice foam roll, put some relaxing music on, put my podcast on, A Dancer's Mindset, and just roll out your whole body. You could do my foam roller routine, which is on YouTube. Just follow along with my nice soothing voice. Along with that, I would have a really nice hot bath with like some meditation music and just wind down, because your mind also goes really quick after a show. You're kind of thinking through all the steps that you've done, everything you could have done better and things like that. So I would have a real routine, an after show routine for when you get home, so that you can enjoy that time of thinking things through, in a calm way of what you did, what was good, what you need to work on, what you'll give more to for the next show, these things like that. You've got to really look after your body. So if you're in a position where you can actually go to bed slightly later and then have a later start in the morning, or allow yourself on show days to go to bed a bit later and then wake up a bit later and shorten your routine the following day after a show, I think that would really benefit you. In actual fact, if you take the time after the show to wind down and look after your body more, then you probably wouldn't need so much time in the morning the next day to recover. So that's something I would really work on and work towards. So guys, some of them are comical, some of them are more serious, but those are some things that ballerinas shouldn't do. Take into consideration the toenails, the coffee, going to sleep in a bun, cutting your own hair, no, and how to wind down after a show basically, and looking after yourself. So thank you so much everyone, and hopefully if you enjoyed this, we'll do more. We'll keep the list quite short, but we can do ballerinas, what ballerinas shouldn't do, part 2, because there's actually loads more. We'll leave it this one there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye.